Okay, we have already finished introductions, the benefit of meditation, the conditions. From conditions, we understand that 5 precepts, the method of repentance, and sign of eradication of the major offenses. Okay. Then we talk about the adequacy of requisites, which means your occupation. All right. 3.3, we talk about living in a leisure and quiet place, especially you join intensive meditation. There must be a quiet place for you, and stop outer causes and businesses. You even have to stop your career, and stop looking for friends and stop learning the skills. Then we close to Kayana Mitata. Mitata means you must have a good friend, for example, your colleague, your teacher, and your supporter. This is for intensive meditation. 4.0, condemn desire and abandon hindrances. This part is regards your inner factor, okay, especially the 5 hindrances, okay, about the greed, hatred, sloth and torpor, worry and restlessness, and doubt. Now we go to the meditation by sitting. Okay, let's take a look. Meditation by sitting. Okay, so meditation by sitting, we begin with the body adjustment and the breath adjustment. Okay, if you still remember body adjustment, we talk about it in our first lesson. Then we learn the method of counting the breath and watch the breath. Okay, but before we go further, there's total 5 steps we are going to learn in the Anapanasati. Okay, but before we go further, now we go through the method of breathing in the first place. Okay, basically, okay, Xiu Fang, please write it out. Okay.
The method of breathing. Basically, there are 4 types of breathing method. Number A, Ven. During or after vigorous exercise such as playing basketball or football, the speed and strength of breathing is similar to typhoon. This is not suitable for meditation. Guess, you are depressed or saddened once you are scared, nervous, sick, weak, and excited. You should lie down for a rest and meditate only after recovery. Breath. This is normal breath, which is hearable, and about 16 to 18 times for each minute. This is the minimal requirements and the secure speeds for breathing. Breath. There are 4 types in total. Number 1, breathing by nose. The basic method for meditating is using nose for breathing with speeds of 16 to 18 times each minute. The difference between C and C is not hearable with the normal speed and normally operated by lung. Controllably observing the breath may fasten it and cause fainting, while slowing it down may cause tightness in the chest. If you notice difficulty in breathing, such as dizziness and so on, adjust your breath for 4 seconds for each in and out will make you feel comfortable.
Thank you. Please highlight the point. Then some more here. So full. You're not disappearing. Ah. That is the other one student. Okay, the people of the words horrible. Keep notes on standard one student. Very motivated. I should tell the young people who said the distance is so far. So that's the given the experience. What the football is after the vigorous exercise like playing basketball and football, our breath will like breathe like that. This is not suitable for meditation. Okay, not suitable. All right. Second is the gaps. Gaps happen once you are depressed and saddened. You should rest first and until recovery before you do the meditation. Okay. But anyway, if let's say you are depressed, saddened, sick, and weak, I do expect you can recover yourself easily by learning the method from here. You see, it is quite normal for us to feel bad, you know, nowadays. You see, KL, 1 out of 5 people is under depression. The reason is because of the pressure. Okay, because of the I mean the pressure in working and our environment, and maybe sometimes due to our character of high expectation. Okay? And in KL people, maybe you don't have time to rest, even though you're sick. And once we are getting older, our beloved will pass away. Our good friend and our beloved, we're getting. We're getting lesser and lesser. Well, anyway, no matter you learn Buddhism or you don't learn the Buddhism, or you do learn the Buddhism, all will occur. It is quite normal occurring for us. But what we learn from meditation, the mantra and the qigong, is we want to get some method can make us for speedy recovery. Understand or not? What I hope is before you graduate from this meditation class, you at least master some skills can help you to heal yourself. Once we are wounded, we just like an animal prefer to hide themselves into the cave. And we will try to trigger the recovery, the self-healing of our body. But this the power of healing we used to ignore it in the normal day, in the normal activity, especially handphone, computer. They are the tools which will exhaust our energy instead of supplement our energy. Okay, so that's why I hope that after a few periods of learning here, after the meditation class, you come maybe 3 times for group sitting, or at least once of a one-day retreat, you may equip the skill. It's not necessary for you to just hang over here at the temple, not that necessary. The important thing, you must get some skills. So Xiu Fang, since you are staying in KL, maybe try to arrange at least once or twice come for group sitting. Okay, Xiu Fang, just try. I hope that you can get the skills so that the graduation is meaningful for you. The graduation. Okay, sure. I know that so far once you meditate, is there anyone experience? The strengthening of the vertebra? I mean, the vertebra automatically strengthened by itself. Can you put up your hand? Yeah, Wong. Feng only, all right. Okay, Feng only. Okay, Feng. This is very good symptoms for you. Congratulations. Once the energy moved through your vertebra, meaning to say that you will be immune from a lot of disease. Your immunization system is very good. That is the movement of qi or the energy. Okay. Usually by practicing, some people it's very easy to trigger it through anapanasati, but some need to practice some qigong to trigger it better. Okay. So you just keep on work for it. Okay. All right. So that is so Xiu Fang, do you meditate every day in your house? Once a while? Yes, once a while. How about Louis? Once a while? Pray.
But when I sit in my chair, I normally feel tired. But not this. I wonder what is this?
Yeah, I think the cushion help you. The cushion provide you support. The cushion. Nothing special. It's because of the angle. You take a look to the cushion. There's a 45 degrees slide. Yes, so that's the difference. You should buy a set of cushion in Petaling Street. Okay. The two is very important. The cushion is too soft, either too soft or too hard. Okay. So this is something you should know. Then the breath is the qi. And once you come for group sitting, we'll teach you some more energy skill, spinning or chakra. And then we try to tune your energy from the normal energy should run in the shape of egg. But if we are very tired, or if our energy doesn't move accordingly, it will move, how to say that, bilaterally. Bilaterally is not a good symptom of energy flow. The good energy flow should be in the egg shape. We teach you some skills to reform, the flow pattern of your energy. Okay, so you have to come from group sitting to learn all this. So you can come, I think, maybe once or twice. At least you must come. Actually, minimum is 3. But you are too far from you and too old for you. For me, Madam Louis, you should come to get all the skills because you have learned mantra chanting, the rest yet, not yet, right? Okay. Then we go to the C. Okay, the breath. Breath is which is hearable, and 16 to 18 times for each minute. See or not? 16 to 18 times for each minute. Okay. So what do you think? You come together with Mr. Fu and Madam Fu. They will come after the Japan trip. You come together with them, just at least 3 times, or then you get something to know. Since your children is very young, and need you very much, you just finish it. That's all. Now we go to the brief C. There's a 4 type. Let's take a look. There's a difference between Qi and C. C is not hearable. Okay, controlling, observing the breath may fasten it and causing fainting and may cause tightness in the chest. Okay, so please remember that if you notice you have difficulty in breathing after a long time observing your breath, please just ignore. I mean, just try to relax yourself. You have to relax yourself. If let's say you uncontrollably observing your breath, okay, and you feel tightness in your chest. Well, this is normal that you should adjust your breath for 4 seconds of each. Okay, 4 seconds of each. It's a normal rate. If you observe your breath, you notice that your breath is getting faster and faster. It's not 4 seconds for each, meaning to say that you are controlling it. It is quite normal people controlling the breath during the meditation. if you don't stop it, it will become a sickness. We call the sickness of Zen. The symptom is you will feel headache, chest pain. If you don't meditate, you are okay, but you are getting worse the more you meditate. Well, I mean, things happen opposite. You should be more relaxed after meditation. That is the effective meditation. But you're getting worse. Oh, sorry about it. Okay. Please, you don't meditate until suffocation to die. Okay. I don't want Erdi become the news. I don't want Erdi appears to become in the newspaper and famous for teaching people die for meditation of suffocation. Okay, please. Okay, now from here, we will go to the abdominal breathing. Okay, abdominal breathing and womb-like breathing. Right. Okay, Xiu Fang, please write it out.
Abdominal breathing. No is still utilized for breathing, but the focus at abdomen. The beginner should not intentionally control and force the air to abdomen, tan tian. Generally, after a period of meditation, the breath will automatically flow to tan tian through diaphragm. At that moment, the body and mind of a meditator will feel relaxed and comfortable. The breathing is getting slow, long, deep, and truly gradually. The sufficiency is filling in our lung. Tan tian spread to every cell throughout the body. Natural rhythm of breathing is gradually shifted from lung to abdomen without controlling it.
Okay, we stop here. Xiu Fang, please you go through the video clip. The last two which I sent to you. All right, I sent you totally 3. Please go through the last two. Okay, so and then we will continue discussion after the video clip. All right, so we will go through.
To fourth jhana can do the same. Survive without air and their heartbeat stops. They are different from the corpse since their body is not decayable and the biological structure is still alive. When samadhi goes strong, the breathing turns from partly tortoise-like to fully tortoise-like state. At this moment, the body of meditator himself forms a small universal. The energy within the body circulating and self-supply without depends on external energy for consumption. Anyway, the beginner should not be ambitious and act with undue haste. The upgrade of nose breathing to abdominal breathing is considerably good.
Okay, Xiu Fang, we will go through the first video clip before we continue. Okay. Well, after watching the video clip, do you admire him or not? Do you hope that one day you can just sing under the water without breathing for at least 3 minutes? Do you feel it is good? So Xiu Fang, you wish to become, one day. Oh, yes, very good. So you can demonstrate to your husband and your children. So they were surprised that you meditate until no need to breathe. Okay. How to say it's really safe the resource of the earth. Okay. Well, anyway, what is the implication for this to us? So let's take a look. So here is the implication. Okay. That is we so-called the womb-like breathing and the tortoise-like breathing. Okay. From the video clip in the beginning, you notice that there's this so-called Lama Kudro. Okay, his tall is about 6 feet, but he can squeeze himself into a small bottle. All right. Then from the small bottle, you notice that okay, he do something. I think he do some meditation now. All right, but he doesn't tell us what is the meditative skill he was using. Okay, we don't know, but we know that in order to survive in a small bottle, it seems that the breathing is not the normal breathing. Okay. Okay. So for you, after watching this, we noticed that he squeezed himself into the bottle. Then the bottle will put under the water. Okay, about 3 minutes. Before this, we noticed that they put some ice, right? So what's the purpose for putting the ice? Okay. Well, the purpose to reduce the metabolism rate. Since the yogi is starting to reduce the breathing, meaning to say that the metabolism rate will be low down. Okay, ice will make the metabolism low down and keep the breath. Keep the breath in a very low, maybe to the extent no more breathing. Okay, so notice that okay, if let's say for you think which one level of a Lama Kudro practicing is a worm-like breathing, tortoise-like breathing, or you think there's other options for you? If you think he does the worm-like breathing, please put up your hand. Worm-like breathing. Okay, one Feng. Okay. How about the tortoise-like breathing? Okay, Xiu Fang. Okay, one is not sure. Okay. Well, one thing we can see that is it seems that in the beginning, Lama Rodro, maybe in the beginning, still in the chest breathing. In the beginning. Okay. When he's ready to go into the bottle, he start to shift the breathing, maybe from the chest go to the abdominal breathing. Okay. Once the deeper and deeper he go, it seems that he have to shift from the womb breathing to the tortoise breathing. The reason is, you see, womb breathing meaning to say that you still need some air for you to breathe. But the bottle is so small, meaning to say that there must be the breathing occurs within himself. Okay. Let's take a look. So the breathing actually is still taking part for 4, but it's just changing gradually. You see what does it mean womb-like breathing? It's for those who attain the jhana, the abdominal breathing upgrade to the porous breathing. You are using the porous. Okay. If you're using the pores within the skins, we need to say that you still need some oxygen. Okay. But the way we see the bottle is very limited. I think the oxygen supply is very limited, not enough for 3 minutes breathing. Okay. According to science, our brain cell will die. I think maybe 1 minute, right, without oxygen, 1 or 5 minutes. You don't know about that. Okay. Then at this moment, the pulse become uncertain, but still depends on external oxygen for supply. You still need oxygen for womb-like breathing. So meaning to say that womb-like breathing is a stage, it is unavoidable stage, and from here, he has to shift to the tortoise-like breathing. If let's say as a Buddhist, you experience tortoise-like breathing once you reach 4th jhana. Remember, 4th jhana. Once you reach 4th jhana, your breathing will be totally stopped. 4th jhana, totally stopped. Survive without air and their heartbeat stop. See, heartbeat stop. And but body is not decayable. Even though you look like dead people, but your body is not decayable. Okay, you still survive. Okay. Once you go stronger, the breathing turns from partly tortoise-like to fully tortoise-like state. Okay, I think this is what experience for Lama Kudro. All right. The body of meditator himself form a small universe. The energy within the body circulating and self-supply without depends on external energy for consumption. That's what we see here. The energy circulation is within the body, and it doesn't need oxygen from outside anymore. So this is what we see in these cases. Okay. We have to understand this. The reason is we don't know what we did in our past life. Maybe you were a good meditator in your past life. That's possible. How do we know that? Especially when you try to meditate or you join some retreat, you will feel that it is extraordinary for you to upgrade yourself, and so easy for you to go to the certain quite good extent. Meaning to say that you continue your past life effort. Okay, please don't waste it. But you have to understand so that you wouldn't be surprised for whatever happened to you. You may surprise, wow, how come all these things happen to me? Sometimes knowledge is very important. Okay, if you're getting new in the friend within the Buddhism circle or the religion circle, okay, your knowledge will help you to guide them. Some their inborn I mean, they carry forward the past life paramits or the merits of meditation, but they don't realize all this. So you can play role guiding them. Okay, so this is what we so-call the breathing. Okay, any question? Clear, clear. So we are waiting for it now. Hopefully one day all of us can practice tortoise light breathing and no need to eat, no need to breath. That's the best. Okay, so we totally save the energy for the earth. Okay. Now yes. Oh, no, impossible. Since you see, once you are walking, it is impossible for you to fall in the fourth jhana. The symptoms of staying in fourth jhana is the stop functioning of the five faculty. Meaning to say, you don't hear any sound, you don't see anything, you don't smell any smell. It's in the first jhana. Five faculties stop functioning. How can you move if you are in the first jhana, right? In fourth jhana, you are totally absorbed mentally in your nimitta. What is nimitta? Coming soon, nimitta. We'll talk about it. Have you gone through the nimitta? Nimitta? Not yet. So coming soon, we talk about the nimitta. Okay. So not fourth jhana. I mean, you don't even move in the first jhana. What is fourth jhana? Okay. Now we go to the grabs the meditation's object. Counting, we have finished. Now we go to the long and short breath. Okay, please, Siu-Fang, read it out.
If you are able to do so, then you should give up counting and proceed to the next stage. If you are breathing in a long breath, you know what it is, a long in breath, or breathing out a long breath. You know that it is a long out breath. Similarly, if you are breathing in a short breath, you know that it is a short in breath and breathing out a short breath. You know that it is a short out breath. What is long or short here? It is the durations of time. If it takes a long time to breathe, then it is a long breath, and if it takes a short time to breathe, then it is a short breath. Breathe normally and do not try to make the breath long or short. Do not mentally label as long or short. However, if you must use mental labeling, then only label such as in breath or out breath, or breathing in or breathing out. Only be aware of the breath being long or short, but concentrations must still be on the breath that is touching the nostril or upper lip. Do not follow the breath inside the body or outside of the body. If the meditator follow the breath inside or out of the body, he will not be able to perfect his concentrations. Therefore, it is better to concentrate like this on the breath, which is touching the nostril or upper lip, for 1 or 2 or 3 hours. However, for those who can concentrate calmly like this and yet no nimitta appears, then they should proceed to the next stage.
Siu-Fang, I have mute your mic to reduce some noise from your house. No problem. Okay. Finish. Okay, finish, highlight the point. Let's take a look. Okay, we have already finished counting in the first lesson. Now we go to the long and the short breath. What does it mean, long and short breath? Let's take a look. Okay, if you are able to do so, then you should give up counting. If let's say you can concentrate for 30 minutes for counting the breath, you should give up counting and proceed to the long and short breath. What does that mean? If you're breathing in the long breath, you know. In the short breath, you know. I don't know whether you experienced it or not. Let's take a look. For this diagram, okay, this is the breath go in and out. Sometimes you will notice that it takes a longer time to pass through the touching point. Sometimes it takes lesser time to pass through the touching point. Am I right? Yes, okay. Feng agree. How about Xiu Fang? Do you agree? Okay, you agree, all right? You agree, okay. So Louis also agree, right? So if sometimes you feel it takes longer time and sometimes it takes shorter time, so you are in the stage of the long breath and short breath. Can you tell me which stages are counting? Which stages is higher? Long breath, short breath, or counting? Yeah, long and short, right? Because the long and short meaning to say that you know it in a more subtle way, right? Okay, you know in a subtle way, huh? But for counting, it's still very rough. You just count it and know it in out only. But you don't really differentiate how long it endure in your touching point and how short it will go through, right? So meaning to say that a long breath and the short breath is the highest stages. This will be correct. Okay. Well, he said it is the duration of the time. Please don't try to make the breath long or short. Remember, throughout the whole process, Anapanasati is breath naturally. You just observe it. Just like you see people play the swinging, okay? Is that swinging, right? The swinging, you just watch it without any interference, okay? And the breath will automatically change once you concentrate well, okay? Only be aware of the breath being long or short. That's all. Will be enough. Don't do too much labeling. Okay, you say, okay, you say, you must use the mental labeling. The only labeling is in breath, out breath, or breathing in, breathing out. This will be enough. Okay, don't over label it. Okay, by knowing long, short will be enough already. Let's take a look. Concentration must still be on the breath that is touching the nostril and upper lips. See or not? You are still in the touching point. You didn't run away from it. Okay, and remember to not follow the breath go inside the body and outside the body. You will fail to attain samadhi if you follow the breath go in and out. So don't follow it. Just always be here, and you are waiting what? The nimitta. Yes. Okay. And if you can concentrate for 1 to 3 hours, nimitta used to appear. What is nimitta? Okay, we go through it whole breath in the first place. Okay, please read through the whole breath and the mental wish, Xiu Fang.
Whole breath. The meditator should be aware of the whole breath continuously from the beginning to the end. You should not mentally label as beginning, middle, and end. But if you must label, then labels such as in-breath, out-breath, or breathing in, breathing out. Only and knowing the whole breath from the beginning to the end, which is touching at one place on the nostril or upper lip, without following it inside the body or outside. If the meditator is able to concentrate in this manner for 1 or 2 hours, then the nimitta may arise. However, regardless of whether the nimitta arises or not, you should continue to the next stage. Mental wish. At this stage, you make a mental wish. May my gross breath be calm. Gradually, the breath will become smooth, subtle, and calm by itself. You must not purposely make the breath calm or subtle. If you purposely make the breath calm, then gradually you will grasp for air and become tired. If the breath becomes subtle by itself and the mind is calm on it, most meditators, by the power of meditation, do not find the head, nose, or body. But there exists only the breath and the mind which is meditating on it. At the moment, you cannot find I or he. At that time, there is only the concentrated mind fixed on the breath. If the mind is calm and concentrated on it for an hour, then for that period, isn't the connections with Walker worldly affair being cut? It is. It becomes higher kusala, wholesomeness. This kusala becomes rather close to upachara samadhi. Due to present effort in concentrations and past parama, the nimitta may arise at this stage.
So, do you feel more exciting when you reach here, right? I think something you are wishing to know, right, is about this stuff. This is more common in Theravada compared in Mahayana. This method is more commonly used by the Theravada Buddhism. Okay. Anyway, here is a Malaysia Yana. We mess up Mahayana and Theravada. Become Malaysia Yana. Let's take a look. If let's say you can do the long breath and short breath well, you will go to the whole breath. Whole breath means continuous from the beginning to the end. Okay, meaning to say that is the whole breath. You see, whole breath meaning to say that from the very beginning until the end here, all the detail you know is very well. That is whole breath. Can you tell me? Whole breath is the level is higher, or the long breath, short breath? Whole breath, right? The reason is if you compare long breath and short breath, just longer, shorter, that's all. But for the whole breath, you see, the whole breath in the short breath or the whole breath in the long breath, you know the whole process. Surely, this is a higher level. Meaning to say that once you go to the whole breath, your mind will be getting subtle and more concentrated. Correct, right? Okay. But here only, not go inside the body, no. It's still here only, the touching point only. All the details you know, you see. You need to say that the whole, it takes, how long it takes, I mean, it takes from here to here, you know all the detail from here. Very well already. See or not? Okay. If let's say the long breath and the short breath, you can concentrate for 1 to 2 hours. You should proceed to the whole breath. Okay. You see, knowing the whole breath from the beginning to the end, which is touching at the one place. See or not? Still at your touching point in it. Okay. So without following inside the body. So folks, see, without following inside the body, outside the body. Okay. Don't confuse yourself. Usually, I think you can learn Anapanasati, the method of breathing, maybe thousands. I mean, it's available in the market. But you have to make sure that you follow one method, one tradition until to the end. Don't confuse yourself and don't mix up and mess up a few 2 to 3 methods together until you don't know which one to follow. All right. Okay, regardless of whether the nimitta arises or not, you should continue to the next stage. Here, whole breath for 1 and 2 hours. You should see your nimitta. What is nimitta? Okay. So let me go to the mental wish. Mental wish meaning to say that you make a wish that may my gross breath become. Okay. Please don't if you purposely make the breath come, gradually you will gasp for air. So meaning to say that a mental wish before meditation, you just tell yourself, may my gross breath become. Make a determination. We used to success with determination. Okay, so you just make a determination. All right. Okay, by the power of meditation, do not find the head, nose of the body, but there exists only. All right. Okay. All right. You cannot find eye and. Okay, at that moment you cannot find eye or head. Okay, so meaning to say that at this stage, especially if you are about excess concentration, you will find that your whole body is you will find that your whole body disappears. So don't be surprised if your whole body disappears. Especially you can meditate extraordinarily well, exceptionally well. The disappear of the body is the gate to the first jhana. That is we so-called upachara samadhi, excess concentration. Okay. Well, now we go to talk about the nimitta. Okay. Silvan, please read out the nimitta.
The nimitta can appear to different people in different ways. It can look like a white thread, a long white light, a star, a cloud, or white cotton wool. It can appear to some as covering the whole face or like the sun or the moon or a pearl or ruby. It appears to different people in different ways because it is produced by perception. Even though Anapanasati is only one meditation subject, it can produce various types of nimitta depending on the individual perception. The breath may become smoky gray color in the beginning. At that time, if you maintain the mind calmly on the breath, only then will breath and the smoke color become one without any difference. When the nimitta is grayish smoke color, it is the parikama nimitta at the parikama samadhi stage. If it becomes white like a heap of cotton, this nimitta is called ukaha nimitta. It becomes quite high. If this white ukaha nimitta is stable, the meditator must try to make the mind calm and concentrated on it. At this stage, in trying to do so, you should not pay attention on the color of the nimitta, but pay attention on it as just the nimitta. For example, there is a cup full of water. A pearl is placed in it. Like this example, just sink the mind into the nimitta. Do not investigate. It is not necessary to investigate as anicca, dukkha, anatta. It is not necessary to investigate whether it is hot or cold, hard or soft, and not necessary to pay attention on the color of the nimitta. One needs to try to make the mind calm and concentrated on the nimitta only. If you try so, the nimitta will change from the white stage to the very brilliant stage, like planet Venus. Such a nimitta is called panihaga nimitta. If the panihaga nimitta is attained, try to make the mind calm and concentrated on it. If the mind is calm and concentrated on the nimitta for 1 or 2 hours, most meditators can easily discern the jhana factor if they reflect on them at that time.
I affect the virus for about 2 weeks. Usually cough is the most difficult part to fully recover. My fever come and goes about 8 times. Come and go, come and go. Every time it's about 38.5 degrees Celsius. I have to take the paracetamol. Okay. But that is weeks ago. But the coughing is very difficult to fully recover. It is not normal, right, Louis? So normal. Oh yeah. Maybe there's an influenza. I was infected with virus in the UKM. I do some registration in the hospital UKM. I'm quite vulnerable for the virus and bacteria. If somebody is sure we can. Yeah, I should wear a mask. If I go for Dharma talk tour, I must avoid. How to say? I must keep a distance with this type of people. Because if Dharma talk tour involves a lot of planning, we can't cancel it. Like what Andy Lau happened, he canceled the concert, you know. Wow, that's very terrible, you see. Some people fly from Malaysia over there, you know, some from US over there, or you say you cancel. Of course, they have to accept the fact. I'm so sorry about that, you see. A lot of costs involved. I think the audience have to bear the cost by themselves, right? The air ticket, all the loss in the hotel, right? I'm so sorry. We cannot compensate for all, right? So I think maybe he is quite negligent. He doesn't take very precaution step. I remember Adele, you know, before she runs the concert, all the staff, they put a different degree of the illness. Some they wear the red card, really many miles away from her. But some is a yellow card. Okay, can close a little bit because she cannot bear the cost for having flow. Okay. So now we talk about the nimitta. Let's take a look here. What does it mean, nimitta? Let's take a look to this picture. This is the nimitta. Okay. If let's say when you meditate to a certain stage, very calm, there will be some spotlight. It seems like a spotlight appeared in front of you. In the beginning, it's very far away. It can be look like a cotton, like a cloud, like a ruby, like a smoke, cobwebs, and sometimes like a sun. Usually it's from very far away and without a certain shape. And then later on, it's getting clearer and clearer, brighter and brighter. And finally, the nimitta will unify together with your breath. If let's say it happens, all this, it is really is the nimitta. If let's say some light appears to you, but the light is unstable, which is subject to fluctuating, this is not a nimitta. But of course, this is good. This is produced by your mind of concentration. But we do pay attention to it. Okay. We just pay attention to the breathing. The reason is attention to the breathing is the cause, and the effect is the nimitta, and the effect is the light. If you go to pay attention to the cause, to the effect, and you ignore the cause, it will disappear immediately. Okay, so class, the appearance, okay, meditation doesn't mean you don't bother anything. You have to know what to bother and what you don't bother. If let's say your nimitta appeared in the beginning, your so-called parikama nimitta is your breath. And when it turned grayish, very far away, we give it the name as the ugaha nimitta. Ugaha nimitta is the nimitta which is not ripened yet, mature yet. But please don't pay attention to it. If you pay attention overly to it, finally it will disappear. Okay, we just continue, observe the breath. Okay, the more concentrate you are, the nimitta will getting brighter and brighter and closer and closer. Finally, unify together with your breath. Okay, once the breath is the nimitta, nimitta is the breath, you will observe it at this moment only. Okay, without the unification between the breath and the nimitta, please don't observe it. Okay, you get the point? So this is the important point here, all right? Okay, let's go through the here. See, okay, different people in a different way. The reason is anapanasati, the breathing, is without any specific shape. So the nimitta, the format of nimitta is depends on your perception. Whatever you think in your mind, it will appear, and it can subject to change. Okay, if let's say your nimitta is sparkling like a star. Okay, after you hear that, if it look like waterfall more funny, it will become waterfall. It is still whatever you like. Why? Because nimitta is man-made. It is made by your mind, mind-made. Okay, so don't be cheated by your nimitta. Okay, you see, it can be very different shape. All right, produced by the perception. Okay, in the beginning, it is a smoky gray in the beginning. All right, if once the nimitta is the gray smoke color, it is a parikama nimitta. Parikama means the preparatory. Preparatory means the parikama nimitta. So it become white. We so-called ugaha nimitta. All right, ugaha nimitta. Okay. So take a look. You should not pay attention on the color. Don't pay attention and do not do the investigation. Okay. Don't see whether it's a hot or cold, hard or soft. Okay. So one needs to try to make the mind calm only and concentrate on the nimitta only. If let's say the nimitta unify together with the breath, all right. Okay. Then once the nimitta become very brilliant stage, like a planet Venus, it's so-called Padibaka nimitta. Okay, sorry, wrong spelling. Okay, P-A-T-T. P-A-T-T. Padibaka nimitta. It is correct words. Padibaka nimitta. Padibaka nimitta. So Padibaka nimitta is the nimitta which is mature. Okay, a few things to take notes, class. First of all, when we talk about all these nimitta appeared, this is the secret for you. Secret and your own privacy. Don't disclose to everybody. Not everybody will experience this. Some people might not believe you. Keep a secret. Tell your colleague or your teacher only. It is a privacy, just like your saving. You don't simply tell anybody, regards how much is our saving are. Get the point? So this is the first thing, all right? Okay. So secondly is some people can play with the nimitta, especially for healing purpose. Okay. I remember I know an old guy. Okay, during meditation, immediately the nimitta appeared, but he can saw that there's a ghost disturbing the meditator who sit in front of him. So he used his own nimitta to beat the ghost. Finally, his nimitta gone and difficult to be recovered. Well, you can use the nimitta, but not in this moment yet. Okay, nimitta is something quite mysterious and quite powerful, and this is a form of energy. Some will use this. I mean, this is the fundamental for the clairvoyance. Okay, for the mind reading, for all the psychic power. That is the fundamental for all of this. Okay, it has relationship with our third eye. This type of nimitta things. Okay, then one more thing is we talk about that is nimitta in some of our sutta or Abhidhamma, it describes the nimitta, the appeal of the nimitta, just like pregnancy of a woman. This is a very precious, and this is how to say it is precious, and you have to appreciate it. At that moment, you have to observe the precept as well as possible. The reason is if there's a portion of the nimitta, it's quite hard for you to recover. Okay, so you must hold your vinaya well, so that can maintain the nimitta. All right. And one more thing is the nimitta will be disappeared due to the sickness. Okay. One of my Dharma brother, he meditated in Myanmar and developed the nimitta after some hard working and diligence. But he in fact dengue. So the whole nimitta gone. And maybe until now he still cannot recover it back yet. I think he has to heal his body. Once his body is strong enough, maybe everything will come back. Okay. So class, get the point. So this is some extraordinary regards to nimitta. If let's say you really come and join the retreat, and this type of information will become common to you. So get the point. Okay. Then let's continue. All right. So now we go into the jhana factor are apparent. All right. So please, you found right in.
5 jhana factors are apparent. Vitakka, initial applications of the mind. It is the applying of the mind on the object, the anapana pati gana nimitta. Vichara, sustained applications of mind. The continuous sustaining of the mind on the anapana panipaga nimitta. Pati, joy or liking for the object. Anapana panipaga nimitta. Sukha, pleasant feeling or happiness associated experiencing the anapana panipaga nimitta. Ekagata, one-pointedness of mind on the anapana panipaga nimitta.
Do all the correction. All panipaga turn to become padipada. Double T. Padipaga nimitta. Let's take a look. If you concentrate for the nimitta for 1 or 2 hours, you are about for the jhana. Let's take a look. You are almost to the first jhana. You need some knowledge, for attainment of the jhana. This is the 5 jhana factor. They are the mental factor, psychologically exists. You have to discern it out. So the first is the vitakka, initial application of the mind. It's the applying of the mind on the object, the anapanasati padibhaga nimitta. Meaning to say that you will notice that your mind, the vitakka is a mental state that you apply your mind on the nimitta, on the padibhaga nimitta. Okay, and the continuation, the sustainable, you see, the continuous sustaining of the mind is so-called vichara. Okay, well, even though without the nimitta, you can experience vitakka and vichara. Once you observe your breath, that is the vitakka already. When you're continuing observing it, that is the vichara. Once you can once you can observe your mind continuously, you start to feel the piti. Piti meaning to say is the joy from the anapanasati. And once the joy enhanced, there will be some pleasant feeling, sukha appeared. Pleasant feeling is the joy, is the pleasant feeling, which better than the piti. It's rather better than piti, all right? Then finally, you will get ekagata, one-pointedness of the mind. Okay, so this is a 5 jhana factor. The presence of the 5 jhana factor signifies that you are in the first jhana. So this is very important. Okay, class, I give you about maybe 30 seconds. Please memorize these 5 sentences. Okay, so all this type of knowledge will be enhanced and further in the advanced meditation class, no matter theory or practically. Okay, please memorize it, class. 5 jhana factor. Now,